What's going on with Bitcoin here? Well, I've talked about it just in the previous couple days, right? We've talked about how Sunday night's weekly close was below that key level. The previous week, it tried to break above that. Both weeks during the week, we were above 69.2, which again, guys, for those of you that don't know, that's the key high approximately within a couple dollars from the 2021 high. So that to me has now become a sticking point. So even though we were above 70, you have to be very careful. And I just like to point this out, guys, is that when we were above 70, and I mentioned this, we talk about my famous whippersnapper comment, but there were so many people out there, so many of these big supposed great minds in the financial industry, on Financial X and so forth, that were like, oh, we're above 70, this is the bear case is dead, da-da-da. And you know what it reminded me of? Is when we broke 65 back here, and we were above here, and then we collapsed. And one of the things I showed you last week, and again, by the way, preempt this by saying I still think Bitcoin's going a lot higher. It's just, it was due for a pullback. The charts are the charts. They don't give me perfection by far. I'm not perfect by far, but they give me a slight edge.
In this video, Gareth will delve into the recent events surrounding Bitcoin. Why did it drop below a crucial level last week? Is the bull case for Bitcoin truly defunct? What implications does the 2021 high hold for its future? We soared above 70, but was caution warranted? What does this signify for Bitcoin's trajectory? Gareth will also shed light on the intriguing whippersnapper comment and its relevance to the current Bitcoin landscape. Join us for this interview with Gareth as we explore these topics and more. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out daily 5-minute crypto newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
One of the things to look at on here is if you look at our previous high, this was 65,000, right? So 65K right here. We went to 69K. That was an approximate move up of 4,000. All right, then you go over here, right? If we know this is 69K, we went to about 73K. How much of a move up above the previous high was that? 4,000, right? Approximately. So again, these are the things that you just want to be aware of. And essentially my goal is to not say don't buy Bitcoin. Heck, I even have my small hodl position from the 17,000 range. It's very small, but I did pick up a little back there. I was just hoping it would go a little bit lower so I could continue to accumulate. But the point is that I certainly wasn't a buyer when we got above 65 here. In fact, that was my famous call saying it was going to drop to 20,000. And now you have to look at the same thing is after such a vertical move, don't drink the Kool-Aid, wait for a pullback, and you're getting that pullback now. All right, and again, FOMO almost never works out. It just doesn't. And you have to just keep that in mind. Now, granted, depending on your time horizon, that's really what's important. But ultimately, I'm just personally, I'm a structure of levels. And for me, looking at Bitcoin, I want to see, so you do have a little support here, and I want to just show that. We'll zoom in. But ultimately, if we go to the chart here, right, if we zoom in, we can see we did hit some support today, right? So just number one, see this little flat point right here? Draw that across, and literally that was the low of today so far, okay? So again, just a note there. Number two, I'm eventually thinking that we bounce and we roll over and we go here. Now, that's not that big of a move down, and if you look historically, and I'm a big data guy, and I know people hate that, oh, he should be in love with Bitcoin, he should marry Bitcoin, oh my God, like all these crazy things. But this is how I am. This is why I make money trading all asset classes on a generally regular basis. It's all about just saying, okay, what are my levels? Now, if it doesn't get here, do I panic and say, oh crap, I missed the low? No, because there's a million other trades. Like literally every day I'm doing trade. But it's the discipline saying that unless it gets here, I probably won't be going long. Now, if it gets there, will I go long? Probably. I can't guarantee it. I have to reevaluate in real time when it gets there. But you guys are getting my point here. And now, wouldn't it be interesting if you almost get a little head and shoulders pattern here if we did bounce up? And again, I would almost say, what's the distance between here and here? it almost looks like a perfect symmetrical or even 50% secondary move to the downside. But again, for me, this area here to here, this area right in here, basically around give or take a couple thousand from 50,000, that is my general downside target. Now, is it possible that it never gets there? Like I said, sure. That's the way it is. In trading and investing, there's no definitives. There's nothing that's guaranteed. There's nothing written in stone. All you can do is do your best to read the charts and give yourself an edge. And will you miss trades? Yeah, I've missed millions of trades. But it's all about how many do I get. And when I get them, am I disciplined enough to buy at the levels and unload them and take consistent profits? The answer is yes.
Goldman Sachs, a leading global investment bank, has witnessed a notable surge in institutional interest in cryptocurrencies, as highlighted by Matthew McDermott, the bank's digital assets head. While retail investors have traditionally been the primary drivers of Bitcoin's price, there's now a growing curiosity among institutional investors, marking a significant shift in the crypto market. Scott Noker, renowned as the Wolf of All Streets, has voiced concerns about the current state of the Bitcoin market in a recent social media post. He pointed out various indicators hinting at a potential cooling down of the market in the near term. Additionally, local Salvadoran media have raised inquiries regarding the ownership of the Bitcoin that President Bukele recently transferred to a cold wallet. Investigations led by journalist Moises Alvarado suggest that a substantial portion of these funds originated from Bitfinex, a global cryptocurrency exchange.
I told you guys about Solana. I said Solana, this looks very similar to this move, which is what created that bigger pullback. What happens to Solana? Literally, since we talked about this, it had a big corrective move from about 215 or so all the way back down. I think it was trading in the 170s this morning, although again, we'll have to watch and see.
Altcoin analyst Solana has shared an optimistic forecast for the meme cryptocurrency Solana, suggesting it could potentially double in value this year. Ali Martins, in a post on X, highlighted the recent invalidation of the TD sell signal on Solana's daily chart, indicating a bullish trajectory for the asset. Solana breached the setup risk line at $198, potentially paving the way for a new countdown toward another sell signal. This breakthrough resembles a similar occurrence last December, where Solana saw a remarkable 70% rally after a comparable invalidation of the TD sell signal. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, with its intraday low and high at $60,760 and $66,382 respectively, currently trades above the $63,500 mark, demonstrating its resilience and unpredictability. The price movements of Bitcoin remain significant in the lead-up to the U.S. Federal Reserve's gathering on Wednesday afternoon. For more daily dose crypto news, check out these two awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.